Hello students, we'll continue to study the fifth chapter of history, that is through the eyes of travelers. Fanba Burney, a doctor with a difference. Fanba Burney was a French by birth and doctor by profession. He was a political philosopher and historian. He came to the Mughal Empire in search of opportunities. He lived in India for 12 years, 1656 to 1668. He was a physician to Prince Dara Shikoh, the eldest son of Emperor Shah Jahan, and intellectual and scientist with Danishmand Khan, Armenian noble at the Mughal court. Burney traveled to different parts of the country and wrote accounts based on his own observations and compared the social conditions in India with the situations in Europe. He dedicated his work to Louis XVI, the King of France. His works were published in France in 1670 to 71 and translated into English, Dutch, German and Italian. Later his account was reprinted number of times. Travels in the Mughal Empire. Burney's travels in the Mughal Empire provides detailed observations and critical insights. He constantly compared Mughal India with contemporary Europe. He emphasized the superiority of European society, the question of land ownership. According to Burney, one of the fundamental differences between Mughal India and Europe was the lack of private property in the Indian society. He had a firm belief in the virtues of private property. Crown ownership of land was harmful for both state and its people. He thought that the Mughal emperor owned all land and distributed it among the nobles. He argued that lands under the crown ownership could not be passed on to their children. So, they were averse to any long-term investment in the sustenance and expansion of production. The absence of private property prevented the emergence of the class of improving landlords as it was in Western Europe to maintain and improve the land. So, according to Burney, the entire land in the empire belonged to the emperor and he owned all the land and it was given on rent to the farmers. So, they did not think in long terms as it needs only the sustenance. And according to him, absence of private property prevented the improving of investment as seen in Europe. He said it had ruined agriculture and oppressed the peasants, and the living standard of all sections in the society declined except the ruling aristocracy. Now let us see Burney's description on the social condition of India. Burney described Indian society as consisting of undifferentiated masses of a very rich and powerful ruling class. There was a wide gap between the poorest of poor and the richest of the rich. He says there is no middle state in India. Burney's description on the Mughal emperor and his subjects. Burney described the Mughal Empire as the king of beggars and barbarians. Its cities and towns were ruined and contaminated with ill air. He attributed all these problems to the crown ownership of land. As per Burney, he says that the Mughal Empire consists of beggars and barbarians, and cities and towns were ruined and contaminated, and its lands were unproductive. And the reason for all these problems, he says, is the crown ownership of land. Bernier says that there was the practice of crown ownership of land and no private ownership of land or private property. But none of the Mughal official documents show that the state was the sole owner of land. According to the official chronicler of Akbar's reign, Abul Fazl, the Mughal emperor collected only the remunerations from the people for the protection given by the state, and no rent was collected. Burney regarded the remuneration as land revenue since it was high sometimes. The idea of Oriental despotism. Burney's descriptions of land ownership influenced Western theorists from the 18th century onwards. For instance, the French philosopher Montesquieu used Burney's account and developed the idea of Oriental despotism. According to this idea, in Asia, that's the Orient or the East, the kings enjoyed absolute authority over his subjects and owned all lands. There was no private property. All people except king and nobles struggled for survival. The concept of Asiatic mode of production. Karl Marx further developed the idea of Oriental despotism as Asiatic mode of production. Marx observes that before colonialism, surplus production was appropriated by the state. This led to the emergence of a society that was composed of a large number of autonomous and egalitarian village communities. The imperial court respected these villages as long as the flow of surplus was continued. Marx regarded this as a stagnant system. Now let us study about more complex social reality. Burney's description occasionally hint at a more complex social reality. Artisans had no incentives to improve the quality of their manufactures. All profit were appropriated by the state. Manufacturers were everywhere declining. He also mentioned that there existed a prosperous merchant community engaging in long-distance trade. Now let us study about the Mughal cities. During the 17th century, about 15% of the population lived in towns. Burney described the Mughal cities as camp towns which were dependent upon imperial patronage. There were all kinds of towns: manufacturing towns, trading towns, port towns, sacred centers, pilgrimage towns, etc. The existence of towns indicates that the prosperity of merchant communities and professional classes. Merchants had a strong community or kin ties and were organized into their own caste-occupational groups. In Western India, these groups were called Mahajans, and the chief the state. In urban centers such as Ahmedabad, the chief of the merchant community, who was called Nagar Seth, collectively represented the Mahajans.